Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the witch's staff and the most broken build I have had in this game so far. It was disgustingly good. I just can't believe this is a thing in the game, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be nerfed at some point, but I did get quite lucky with some of the boons, so we'll talk about it. But first, the aspects. So I believe the aspect of Melanoe is the best aspect for this weapon, just because the omega channel speed, if you build it up way faster, you're going to be doing a lot of succession in your attacks, which means you're just going to be constantly doing omega attacks, and if you get the right boons, it becomes pretty much just impossible to lose with this build, because you can fight out range, you can just do incredible damage. The Serenity one, aspect of Circe, I don't think it's that great. It's fine, but it just takes too long to activate for too little time in terms of the reward. Obviously you can build this up and upgrade it, that's fine, but aspect of Momus as well is pretty damn good, and it's what I'm using in this video. However, I never used it once because the build that I got was just disgusting. So the build that I'm getting can work with any of these aspects because it's all based around one boon, Volcanic Strike, the most broken boon in this game in my opinion, if you use it right and you have the right kind of weapon. So this weapon, the witch's staff, has such disgusting range that anything with extra range or damage makes it, you can fight from range, like from a ridiculous range, let's just put it that way. I can't explain it any better than what you'll see in this video. Today's format is a little bit different. Usually I record this live and then I cut it up into about a 20-minute video. However, I wasn't recording live at the time, so let's just talk about the build and show some footage in the background. As I fell into this game, I was very lucky to start off with a Daedalus hammer, which is exactly what I was looking for within the first level, and it gave me exactly what I needed, which was extending wallop. Your attack has more range and deals 50% damage to distant foes. So this weapon is good for fighting at range anyway, and the normal attack has a good range on it, but this allowed me to fight from even further and do more damage. So the thing I was looking for with this build was Poseidon's Wave Strike, which gives you even extra damage and even extra range, so you can pretty much fight from across the room. So I was like, yeah, this is what I want. And then I was going to build around Poseidon and have it so that when you blast enemies into walls, it does damage, etc. However, I was very sad in some ways, but also very, very happy that Volcanic Strike showed up as a heroic boon. And basically that just meant that I had attacks that create a blast that deals 200 damage in the area. This hits multiple enemies for 200 if they're all grouped up, but the fact that it was a 6-second recharge time was just too enticing for me, so I ditched Poseidon and I went with Volcanic Strike. Hephaestus' Volcanic Strike, if you get it at a higher boon level but also use POMs to upgrade it, you can get the cooldown to 2 seconds like I did in this video, and that means that every second attack you're procking this Volcanic Strike, so you can just clear out multiples of enemies very, very quickly, very, very easily from a range where you're not going to get anywhere close to being hit. So that's what I did. I got all my POMs and I got it down to 2 seconds, which it's just ridiculous. If this doesn't get fixed or something, I'm going to be very surprised because it's just too good. It takes a lot to get a higher level boon and also POMs, but once you get it, it's just unbelievable. So with this hammer being extra range and with the Volcanic Strike doing incredible damage, I got Swift Strike from Hermes, which gave me a 20% increase to my attack speed. So not only was I hitting from range and doing enough damage, I was also hitting faster and harder. Like, it's just a phenomenal build so far. Then we had Molten Touch, which I bought up in level with POMs, and it gave me a 75% increase of damage versus armor for my attacks and specials. Specials don't matter because all we're using is attacks. I had a few boons here and there that just kind of helped a little bit. So like I had a Chaos boon which gave me plus 85 hearts, which meant I didn't have to go through heart doors as often. So I got a whole bunch of health for barely doing anything. I think I ended up with like 350 health at the end, which was very, 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 very cool. I had Frigid Sprint and Arctic Circle, I believe it's called, which means my cast dealt damage and froze people, but also my Frigid Sprint allowed me to form a cyclone around me that when I was running it would like slow people down and do damage and stuff. So I had a way of holding things in place, freezing them, which just made my attacks even easier to do. Like, and with the more damage in the cast and the range and the Hephaestus boon, I was just annihilating enemies. I had a healing hex, which I upgraded to the point where I could use it multiple times and give me more health when I healed. I didn't even use it that much, only in the chronos fight really. So I had every single aspect that I needed to build into this build and make it unbelievable. I had to pick up a few things that I didn't even need, like double moonshot. Your special fires 2 projectiles that seek foes. Did not need it whatsoever. If I could have got anything to help with my attack build, this would have been even more broken. So let's look at the stats. We have a clear time of 29 minutes, and then we have some great damage stats. So casts, I did 12,000 damage, dash strike 15,000 damage, omega attacks 20,000 damage. I can't even remember using it that often, but I did somehow accrue that much damage. Normal attack 67 or almost 68,000 damage, but Hephaestus blast reigns supreme at 101,000 damage. Utterly insane. I pretty much went through this entire game without taking much damage, except for at Chronos, because, you know, we all know how ridiculously fast his attacks are and unseeable. But I had enough death defiances, I had enough health, like I had 350 health, so he only took me down 2 health bars, but I was healing at the same time as well. So everything about this run came together absolutely perfectly. Now, I don't know how Volcanic Strike is going to hold up in the higher fear levels. But if you're running a game for like the first time, or you need like a good build to get to the point of beating Chronos, try to aim for this. If you can't get Volcanic Strike, definitely look out for Poseidon's Wave Strike, because that is just as, if not better than Volcanic Strike, if you get the heroic version of Wave Strike. Volcanic Strike, I was just like, okay, out of the 2, this one's going to benefit me more. So yeah, anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you like this format better or me playing it live and editing it, because that's important. Thank you for watching. I've been easy now. You guys have been awesome.